honored to be here for the second year in a row. I was honored here last year as one of the pioneers of the Southern League. And tonight they're going to be honoring some outstanding people who performed in the Southern League, not only as athletes, but also as coaches and also as referees too. So it's a whole gamut of people who will be honored here tonight, and I'm just delighted to be here for the second year in a row.
I think the organization is great. They're reaching back and honoring future players out of Southern California. Dennis Love and Ed Burris. I love y'all, and that's what it's all about, giving back to the community and letting our young kids know about the history.
My name is Reginald Ball. I graduated from Dorsey High School in 1969, Southern League Player of the Year. I went on to the University of Washington, where I started and was team captain, and have lived there in the city of Seattle ever since. I did play in France and Mexico prior to that, and I've been a Seattle firefighter for the last 22 years. I'm married. I have 5 children, 7 grandchildren. And my youngest son is 10 years old, and he's here tonight to introduce him. The Southern League Connection for awarding me this honor. I'm surprised and shocked and grateful and thankful to be a representative from Dorsey High School into Southern League Connection Hall of Fame.
Okay, my name is Hugh Hollins. Spent 27 years in the NBA, and I got started through this association, the Southern League. A lot of these guys here are good, very, very good friends of mine, especially Booker Turner. He's the one who got me started in refereeing. So I'm here now to give something back and make going to be presenting an award to an individual. I can't tell you who it is right now. It's supposed to be a secret. But this is going back, back to the roots. This is where I started, so I always want to give something back.
My name is Lorenzo Lowe Clark. I've been was an official for 35 years. Worked in the Pac-8 along with my dear friend Booker Turner. And I've worked all over the country as far as officiating. And the Southern League is the reason that I was able to motivate and go up to the PAC. And I've been affiliated with this organization for a few years. I refereed Dennis Love, I refereed Earl Burris, I refereed Jackie Robinson. I've refereed a lot of people that have come through this, Billy McGill, that come through this organization and through the Southern League, and I am very appreciative of this award that I have been chosen to do this along with their Hall of Fame.
Bill Thayer, formerly from Los Angeles Fremont High School. I coached there for 9 years. Went on to City College, originally from Chicago, via UCLA, and we had a pretty good run while I was there. We won our first 4 championships there. And what else would you like to know? I'm just happy to be here tonight, and I appreciate what Dennis has done putting this all together. I know he had a lot of help, but I'm really proud of him, and I think we'll see a lot of Fremontians from that era, the 50s and 60s, when I was there. So I'm looking forward to a wonderful evening with Fremontians and all Southern League players and athletes.
Good evening. My name is Lee Joseph, and I went to John H. Francis Polytechnic High, but at that time I was a great asset to the Southern League because as I was a specialist in the athletic field for the LAUSD, I had a chance to operate the whole system, and that's how I came in love with the Southern section. And also I came in love with Southern League because they had all of the good athletes at and playing at that time. So I was signing officials, I even officiating in the league. I enjoy everybody in the league, and I'm so happy that this organization has done a great job to come back and give honor to those who have helped them. I hope we all reach back and make this a better and stronger organization. Thank you for blessing and helping me this evening. Praise Almighty God. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sam Sullivan. I'm a graduate of Fremont High School, class of 1969. I'm the current basketball coach at Fremont, where I've been in that position for 28 years. I played basketball at Fremont, and I just want to give props to the Southern League. It was always the best, and it will always be the best league of all times. Thank you very much.
Hi, it's Bill Strickland. I attended Fremont High School, where we were city champs my senior year.
I've gone on to make my career as a lawyer representing professional athletes, and I'm delighted to be back with all these luminaries, and I'm invited suddenly to be here this evening.
My name is Willie Decker. I graduated from Dorsey High School, where I was a city champion in the 100 and 200, also the state champion. I am being honored tonight for the Hall of Fame. I want to thank the committee. Also, we were also city champions when I was going to Dorsey. Oh, right now I'm also coaching Crenshaw High School track. Organization and Southern League Connection for this award tonight.
My name is Booker Turner. Spent 1 year at Jeff and the rest of it at Roosevelt High School. I refereed basketball 30 years in the Pac-10. I was Pac-10 supervisor for 10 years. Now I'm doing some consultative work with the NBA. I want to thank you guys for extending the invitation to me and my family on this great night. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Gaston Green, and I'm a graduate of Fremont High School. I always throw Jordan High School in there because Jordan High School had something to do with building my character. There were some coaches over there, in particular the basketball coach, that did a lot. The basketball and the football coach both did a lot to help me in my younger days. But when I got to Fremont, I met a man by the name of Bill Fair, and Bill has really been my mentor for some 30 or more years, to be 48 to be exact. And through him, I've developed as a person, both as a professional person in the area of coaching basketball. Were it not for him, then I would not have had the opportunity to coach varsity at Fremont High School, and I was very fortunate that he left me with about 12 outstanding young men. And that year, the most important thing that I'll be remembered for is not messing up what he left for me. We went on to win the city championship, and some of the young men that played for me are now, that played for both Bill and I, are now professionals and very outstanding young men in their own right now. I'd like to congratulate all of those that are being honored tonight. They play a major role in a lot of the young black youth in the area around Fremont, Jefferson High, Jordan High School, Washington, and I'm really pleased that they're being recognized tonight.
My name is Mike Ballou, LA High Romans. I'm being inducted tonight. It's a great honor to be in the presence of so many great people tonight. I'm looking forward to having an outstanding time. My mentor, one of my mentors here, Brad Pye, who we honored last year. I'm looking forward to seeing him again, along with many other people. And I just again want to thank the Southern League for acknowledging me and my efforts that I've accomplished back in the 60s. And indeed, it's a great honor. Thank you.
Washington High School, and I'm Reed Mosley from Fremont High. We just kick their butt every year. We go over there and say we're gonna bring our averages up by 2 points. Caldwell Black?
It's Caldwell.
Caldwell. Okay, we did our law. That's my trademark. Okay, I said, how you doing, sir? I'm tired. I've been all day at the ball yard. Okay. But I'm happy to be here. Good to see you, sir. And I appreciate all you've done. Well, we try to do the best we can. And you outflank me. No, not really.
Coach Elmer Douglas, Dorsey High School, a student at Jefferson High School, so Southern League runs deep in his life. He was foremost a teacher. He wanted to help folks be the most they could be in their life.
Dad represents the Southern League from growing up in South Central to Jeff High to working the city pools to working the Crenshaw YMCA to his work with Norbon, his work with Crenshaw YMCA. He finished at LACC, but he also officiated with the Southern League. He is the epitome of somebody who not only participated but honored students and was there to teach them.
Frederick Banks, and I went to Jefferson High School back in the late 60s, by the way, and I ran track for Jeff, and we were very successful at the track team. And I'm very happy to be honored tonight by this organization. I've been honored by numerous organizations before, but this one means so much more because it's from people that I know, people that I went to school with, that I raced against, and people that I've had camaraderie with over the years. So this makes this very special. I'm going to even take down my letter from Bill Clinton and put it right there because it's just that important to me. And I want to thank the organization and everybody associated with the organization for honoring me tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you so very much.
Hi, my name is Lee Denman. I'm very happy to be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. I'm from Manual Arts High School. We were the 1968 city champions in basketball, and it's a pleasure to accept this award.
How you doing? I'm Larry Holliday. Went to Dorsey High School. Finished up in 1967. Like I just told the gentleman with the camera, I'm glad to be here.
How you doing? My name is Doug Bozeman. I'm being honored here tonight by the Southern League Committee. It's a very beautiful honor to be honored by them because Southern League was something that just had to be there to seize the moment. I played two sports. I played varsity football and varsity baseball. I was drafted by the Cleveland Indians in 1968, and later on I played with the Oakland A's. After my career in baseball, I simply turned to marathon running, and now I'm being honored here tonight, and it's a privilege, it's an honor, and I'm deeply blessed, and I feel real good about it. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Bill Holland. I'm one of the honorees tonight, and I'd like to thank Dennis and Ed for participating and making this possible for me. I'm a native of Cleveland, Ohio. Moved here when I was 10 years old. I went to all public schools here in Los Angeles. LA High School was my high school. I attended USC, also undergrad and graduate school. I worked in human resources for the last 30 years, and I am privileged and honored to be here tonight. Thank you.
The good humor men here, I mean, they're looking delicious and stuff, and I feel like an Oreo in reverse here.
Save your voice for the stage.
On behalf of the Southern League Connection, it's a pleasure to greet you here for what is our third annual Champions Forever dinner and program dance. And for their vision for doing this, for putting this on, for getting it organized. And every year it's going to get bigger and better. And with your help, if each one teach one and spread the word, it will get to the point that we really will get the kind of like exposure that we want and get young people to realize that there's a legacy in place, and the media can realize that we can honor one another when we do things right versus the sound bites we see on TV when things don't work so well.
I just want to thank everybody for coming and supporting us
and just help us keep this Southern League alive, because you all made history and people need to know that. Thank you.
Well, Steve, are you ready to party?
I surely am.
All right. DJ, let's get this party started.
Mount Vernon.
Here with a couple of my former Dorsey High big ballers. How you doing? Caldwell, and I played for John C. Fremont High from 1957 to 1960. And through the Southern League, I became a #1 basketball player in the country. I was on the United States Olympic basketball team, and I was part of the organization that I consider one of the greatest organizations in the world, John C. Fremont High School in the Southern League. I want to thank the Southern League Connections for bringing me back and remembering the good old days.
Hi, my name is Ralph Waddy. I was the second man at Manual Arts High School in 1957 when we set a national record of 254.6. It included Kenny Harris, myself, James Bates, Alvin Williams, Cecil Green. We had just some amazing athletes, Ernest Taylor. We had some of our members are no longer with us, but we're being honored tonight for our record, our city and national record in that relay. It's been unbeaten on an oval track. It still stands, the 8-man mile relay, and I'm very appreciative to Southern League and the folks here for making this possible, for honoring us and for honoring the Southern League. It's a class operation all the way.
Booker Turner, and I'm just here to support the group tonight and from now on. I think they've done a wonderful job in bringing a beautiful bunch of people together. Looking forward to the night.
Philip Underwood. I was a sprinter from Dorsey High School back in the late 60s. And I would like to thank the Southern League Connection and the members of the nominating and election committees for this honor tonight. I'm very proud to be here and will be a proud member of this fraternity for years to come.
Michael Cooper, and I am so happy and glad to be here at another year of the Southern League. Y'all come out.
Well, I'm glad to be here again this year. This year I'm here to celebrate the induction of my best friend, Greeley Stoughton, who introduced me last year, but he passed away this April. I know he's still looking down on us and very excited and pleased to be inducted. Thank you.
Okay, how you doing? My name is Reggie Ball. It's a pleasure to be here for the fourth annual Southern League Connection. I'm here to support the Dorsey High alum and Larry, and as he inducts posthumously Greeley Stoughton, and just want to give support to the greatest high school league that has ever been formed or disbanded. Thank you.
This is Maybelline Ephraim. She has been an ardent supporter of our organization. We're so proud that she has joined with us, and we are honoring her this year. We're going to give her the Lifetime Achievement Award. Maybelline, I've known her over 20 years. She has been in my life early on. She's helped me a great deal, and I'm just so glad that she's here tonight to support us and also to receive an honor.
And I'm happy to have been honored. You know, when people say Lifetime Achievement Award, it makes me feel old. But I'm just glad to know that they think enough of me that I have achieved something during my lifetime that's worthy of honor, and I hope that I will continue to do something that's worthy of honor.
My name is Winston Dobie, and I'm a graduate of Fremont High School class of 1958. We're going to be celebrating our 50th anniversary in June of 2008.
I was a track and field athlete at Fremont and at UCLA, and was the vice president of University of California, an employee at UCLA for 39 years, and it's a real honor to be recognized by my colleagues here in what perhaps is the greatest athletic league in the history of Los Angeles, the Southern League. And I'm so proud to have been a part of that legacy and look forward to the celebration this evening.
Hello, my name is Reggie Morris, and I went to Washington High School, class of 67. I also participated in basketball and track while I was there. Was just blessed to be a part of the Southern League. Kind of uniqueness for me in this induction is that I also coached at Manual Arts High School for 14 years. Many of those years was involved in the Southern League, and so I have a unique connection with the Southern League for many, many years. I'd like to just thank the committee, and I'm so blessed to be a part of this great honor and this great event.
My name is Ida Mae Jenkins. I don't want to keep y'all long, but Lord this mercy. Judge Maybelline, I'm so proud of you. Don't she look beautiful? A woman, y'all. I love the men too, but Judge Maybelline, she don't even look like she in her lifetime. Judge up here with her booty all just... She looked like Beyonce, Janet Jackson, I don't know what. This is just a beautiful occasion. I mean to tell you, it's some Negroes in this room. If this don't look like Black Planet, I don't know what. I thought it was Gina Six all over again. But Lord of mercy, I just want to just come and just say thank you so much for having me just come do a couple little chuckles and everything. I ain't going to keep y'all long. And you really in some trouble. But I'm going to do my little... I got a little tribute I want to do. Now look at the DJ. Give it up for the Muslims. They in the house. Y'all over here holding down the... They got everybody. All the white folks are sitting by the exit doors. They ready to go. You talking about we go, Martin Luther King said we gonna all get along. White folks is out of here. Anything break out, they up out of here. But let me do a little tribute. What you got for me tonight? How long this mic car going? I did not know. I'm in the witness protection program, okay? You can't have all the paparazzi on me like this here. Ooh, let me take off this hot ass. This is why. Yeah, dude, that's why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. This is why. This is why. Come on down here. We're going to make him do something. We're going to tie his ass out for a minute. All the honorees, God bless y'all tonight. Y'all just wonderful. Come on out here with all this looking like you Merry Christmas, all this. Oh, Jesus. Come on. Get your hair off my booty coat. I told you that before, okay? You know they say once you join the NBA, you might have to give up your DNA. You know, I ain't trying to start like this tonight. Don't start no freaking DJ Kmart over here. Look at him. Somebody run down the car and get some. What you got for the DJ? Come on, Miss G. Okay. Lord have mercy. This just something. Steve. Okay, we do it. Come on. DJ, pump it up loud. Come on, y'all. Say what? Oh, you're on the screen, make over.
door. Let me give you what you've been waiting for. Baby, I got so much love to give, and I want to give it all to you. Close the door. No need to worry no more. Let's bring this day to a pleasant end. Girl, it's me and you now. Judge Maybelline Evans. Democrat.
All right. Democrat. Yeah, Jefferson. I want to thank the committee for this honor. It is indeed a pleasure for me to have been the first female to receive this Lifetime Achievement Award. When Mr. Love called me and said, we'd like to honor you with the Lifetime Achievement Award, I said, isn't that for old people? Every time you think about lifetime achievement, as I was growing up, you always thought of somebody 80, 90 years old. It's so good to see that we've learned that people can achieve in a lifetime without being 80 or 90 years old, because no one knows whether we'll live to be that age or not. So I appreciate the fact that you have given me this honor for what I have achieved thus far. I just want to say that I'm proud to have been a Democrat, to have matriculated through Jefferson High School. I say it everywhere I go, that Jefferson High School gave me my foundation and prepared me for what I was to become. I want to thank the teachers who were there, the staff, the administration, and you know what? I enjoyed Southern League. I enjoyed the basketball games, the football games, the gymnastics games, the track meets. I had some great years in high school. And I want to thank my family, because as the man said earlier, we don't do this alone. 7 of us went through Jefferson High School. That's how bad the Ephraim's are. From 1956 to 1970, we were graduating Ephraim's from Jefferson High School, and all of them are here tonight except one who didn't make it tonight. 6 of us are here. Stand up. Democrats! My family, my children are here tonight, as well as one of my granddaughters and friends and others, and I really appreciate what they have done. They've been supportive in my life all along. I want to pay particular homage to the men. I am the founder of a program called Honoring Unsung Fathers, as you've read in the bio. And the purpose of that program under the Maybelline Ephraim Foundation is to give recognition to men in our community who are in fact doing a great job as fathers, who are the role models for the young men of today, who have been great fathers, great husbands, who are taking the time to raise their children. And as you have heard from each speaker before me, one of the things that made the difference in our lives, even though we were going to schools in the Southern League, in the inner city ghetto, who were predominantly black, was that we had role models. We had fathers in our homes. We had men in our lives who were teaching us, who were teaching men how to be men, and who were working together with the men and young boys in our community. Congratulate all of you. I've read your bios. It's absolutely wonderful. I'd like to see you at Honoring Unsung Fathers on Father's Day, June 15, 2008. I want you to mark your calendars for that. I will be getting the mailing list from Steve and the group. But I want to honor some of you men as well, because as the young man said whose father is deceased, it was great to know that my father did do these things and that he didn't just make up these stories. And our children need to know our histories. They need to know that we were great people. They need to feel that sense of greatness and belonging, and they will when we continue to tell these stories. And that's why I'm so excited about the Southern League Connection, because we are beginning to tell our history, to say something to our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, that yes, these are the contributions that were made by men and women just like you from Southern League, inner city high schools, and they made it. And they need to hear that, because they tend to think that you can't make it unless you go to the school in Beverly Hills or you go to a school in the San Fernando Valley. But they need to know that we produce great men and women from the Southern League, from the inner city schools of Los Angeles. Thank you so much. I appreciate this honor.
for Billy, Sherry, Bobby, and Marsha, and baby, you and I. Oh, I can prove to you that these facts of love are so true. it makes a boy and girl, yeah, say they feel so fine now. Love, love, sweet love, love is so good, child. Ooh, it's so fine.
Gonna be on in a minute. The Southern League is about the history. The history, and this man has made history. This man's a 5-time NBA champion, 2-time WNBA champion, and 1-time NBDL champion. He needs to be in the NBA as a coach.